Hey, what's happening, all you mechanical maniacs? Hurst, Quayzar here. Welcome back to another episode of Barn Bargains and Other Cheap Challenges. Um, we have gotten some parts for the Challenger, so we'll go start working on this again. Remember that we lost, we had the one piece back here we couldn't find, and we had a fender and a hood we couldn't find. But of course, I was able to find one out of the junkyard, luckily, and I got them, pulled them off. For my Charger here, take a look at the meats I've got on the back of this thing. These are running 335s. These are 335 18s on the back of this thing. It actually looks pretty good. I was just looking to see for the stance to see how it's going to look. And I just threw these little race tires on here just for the giggles, because they're 17s on the front, 18s on the back. And what I'm looking to do is to get that stance, that rake, that slate rake going. And I think I've got it kind of figured out. So I'm going to kind of proceed with the build on here. So here, let's go ahead and grab our parts that we have for the Challenger. How's you guys doing? Hope this video is finding you all happy and healthy. Yep, we've got all the parts I think we need to start getting this done. The bodywork parts, the hood and the fender. It was actually kind of hard to find. I was able to find one car and it had the missing. I found one. It had the missing hood and this fender, and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me! So I kept looking. So that's why I do it off camera, because you guys definitely do not want to see me trying to put this thing together or trying to find pieces out in the junkyard. It's kind of ridiculous. So that's what we're doing. Okay, hang on. I got two. Let's take that off. Okay. Let's go repair some parts here, because that is the only piece I believe I need to repair. Oh my gosh, I almost took a dive. Let's go ahead and put her up in the air a little bit more. That green is bright, man. Oof. Man, that's a bright green. A lot of red in this workshop today, with the red underneath over there on the Charger, and the red all over this Challenger. Got a lot of red going on. Okay, so with this and with this is going to be a total complete build right here. Okay, so yep, that's done. Okay, so everything underneath here is done, I believe. Yep. All right, let's start ripping apart the front end. Let's see. Now, I got rid of the car, the other Challenger, and I thought, I'm not going to need any more parts on. Well, look, wait. Just wait. There's probably going to be something I'm going to need off this thing. I'll kick myself in the butt for not keeping it around. I thought, well, I'll just keep it out front, and it'll be my donor car, and then, I don't know. I thought, no, I don't need a donor car. I've got enough parts in here. I think I'm good. Oh, boy. I'm sure I'm going to find something wrong with this. So let's go ahead and rip this apart so I can find it already. Does this have an oil pan on it? It has the oil pan on it. Oh my. Okay, so we're going to have to drain the oil out of this. So we might as well do that. Wow, that's kind of rusted up. Okay. That off. Like this one piece at a time. I was going to take the transmission stuff off, but you know what? I'm going to concentrate. Let me concentrate on the front suspension for right now. I've been trying to do out a few new games out there. Sunset Motel is one of them. Not getting a lot of traction out there. I guess you guys aren't liking it that much. There's a few others, like the Supercar Collector, Auto Parts Store, I think it's Car Mechanic Shop Simulator. A lot of those shop simulators out right now. I don't know what the deal is. They seem to be either they're easy to make, or there's just this seems to be the growing trend right now, I guess. I don't know. But certainly not making it on my channel, that's for sure. You guys are not liking them shop videos. Which is fine. I mean, to each is his own. I mean, Sunset Motel, though, is actually quite fun to play. I didn't think I was going to like it. But yeah, I'm beginning to enjoy the heck out of it. And everything? Yeah, let's go ahead and drain the oil out of it while we're thinking about it. Take you over to 1. We don't need to spend any more. Yeah, pretty bad. We don't need to spend any more money than we have to. Alright. Let's turn some brakes. Some brake rotors. While we repair as much as we can here. Now, this is going to be a classic creation. So basically what we're doing is we're rebuilding this thing back to its original form. And you know, nothing special about it. We're going to paint it the factory paint job. We're going to rebuild everything that we can. And I tried to use all the original parts. So as you can tell, I didn't have a hood or a fender. So I had to go out to the junkyard and find that hood and fender off of another Challenger. So that's how that works. So everything that can be repaired will be repaired. Anything that can't be repaired, just due to the nature of the piece, it's not repairable, then we have to buy new. But granted, if it can't be repaired, it will be repaired. So let's see what we got here. Shock absorbers, none of these, for whatever reason, none of this is repairable. Neither are these. Sway bar is not repairable. Ooh, my hubs are repairable, and they got shafted there. Yeah. Okay, so let's take a look at this here. Let's go ahead and separate the wheels and tires. So we've got to do that too. Get that done. Okay, so we're gonna have to find a couple wheel hubs. Wouldn't you know it? Wouldn't you know it? I'm gonna have to go back there and find. Oh, I hope I have some. I think I do. I have a warehouse full of parts. What do I need? I need. Yeah, the front wheel hub. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Suspension and brakes. Get to the F's front. Oh my. Front wheel hub. Okay, we got 2. Cool. All right. Oh yeah. So if you look at this, right? See that little blue with the QOL mod? That tells you it's repairable. So typically, it's repairable if it's greater than 15%. It's doomed after 15%. So that means I would have to go out into the wild and find that piece, come back here and repair it. That's basically what I would have to do. Grab that. Okay, so for shock absorbers, let's go ahead and here, maybe 2 of you, 2 of you, 2 of you. Inner tie rod 2, outer tie rod 2. Let's see if I can do this. Rubber bushing. I need 12 of you. Yeah, I don't know what we get, so we're going to have to do this. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and get rid of the shock absorbers. Sway bar B. Front hub is done. Inner tie rod done. Outer tie rod done. Bushings. So let's get rid of all the bushings. Make sure I've got all my parts here. Okay, I need B, bearings, and cap. Grab that. Need bearings. Oh, it's B. So 2 of the B's. Gotcha. In cap 2. Bearing 2. Shock absorber. Bearing gone, gone. Cap gone, gone. And I needed front sway bar B. So it doesn't have the doesn't have that wrench up there. I need brake pads as well. So let's brake pads. Sets of those. And I needed the sway bar. A or B. Dang it, Hurst. B. There we go. Alright, now we have everything that we need to reassemble this thing. Brake pads have been replaced. Everything is green. We haven't bought the tires, so 225.60. $225.60. 15s. Two of them. Got it. Okay. Now we can mount those up and balance them. Okay, let's dump out the old tires. 225.60, 15. Yep. Differential flange. I see that's on there. I didn't put that on there, so I need to put that on there. Yep. Go. Not gonna put the drive shaft in right away because I mean, why? I gotta pull the engine transmission out anyway, so. There we go. All right. Now this whole front end will get assembled. And it will be done very quickly because we just have all the parts. We have all the parts and we're ready to go with this thing. Haha. Okay, so this one's going together pretty good. Outside of a few parts here and there. Outside of the brake shield back there on the back. I think we're doing pretty good, actually. What do you mean I don't have a front sway bar B? I should have. Hang on, let me see what I have in my inventory. Oh, rear sway bar B. Oh my goodness. That was a waste. All right. Dumb ass. Oh, Hurst. You need to watch what you're doing, bro. Okay. We didn't make 2 million by making mistakes. But yeah, we are up to 2 million. We're a little over 2 million, so that's nice. Definitely helps out when you're trying to restore a car like that Charger over there. Brakes, cylinders, and voila. That's all done. Oh, man, it has been a busy day here in the shop, man. We have been cooking right along. We've been doing all kinds of things. Looking to possibly do some live streaming. Thinking about doing it again. I did do it back for a while with Forza Horizons. And what was it? Forza 4, Forza 5, I don't know what it was. But anyway, I was doing it there for a while. And I just kind of like went away from it because it just seemed like it kept bleeding real bad. And I kept losing connection. In the way I've got my home thing set up here, I am completely wireless. So it's, when you're doing streaming, you really need to be wired. At least that's my opinion. But I may give it a shot wireless again. We'll see. Thinking about I'm trying to figure out what day to do it on. And you give it a good name, like streaming Sunday, streaming Saturday, something like that. I don't know. Haven't quite figured it out yet. All right. We've got that all done. Now it's time to go ahead and start doing some stuff here. If I take that exhaust pipe off, that's 100%. That is, for some reason, one of the mods is just making all that kind of crazy. Okay, got that done. Let's go ahead and put you down on the ground here. go get the engine hoist. Pull you out. All right, now that we have that out, let's go ahead and put that over here on the engine stand. Yeah, it's in pretty bad shape. All right, what do we have here? Okay, fuses. All the fuses will have to be replaced. They don't look bad, though. Fuse box 53%. That's good. These brackets are not repairable. The cover's not repairable. The battery is. I have to flip it over and get it charged. Is that it? Yikes. Wow. I cleaned out that engine compartment. Okay. Put that on charge. Let's see what we can repair. I don't think, other than, yeah, the starter, the transmission, and the fuse box. I mean, that's all that can be repaired. So let's go ahead and go here. Challenger. Let's go ahead and put away the gearbox and the starter for right now. Oh, and the drive shaft. We're not going to get that. Okay. Let's see what we have in electronics. Need cover for the fuse box. Done. Okay. What else am I going to need for underneath here? We're going to need... Okay, so power steering needs to be bought new. So we'll go ahead and buy that new. Reservoir, new. That's going to be new. Battery box. We got the fuse box. So I'm going to need a radiator and brake. Brake cylinder. Master cylinder. Let's see. Brakes. I have a master cylinder. Ooh, man, I only have a few of those left. Wow. Yeah, okay. I'm going to have to look for more of those. Engines. So we're going to go with radiator. Yep. I got a couple of those left too. Problem is, I get so excited about some of the stuff that I get in the shop, I forget to just throw it in the warehouse. And that's what I should be doing. Just go out and just buying junk cars, just stripping them down, putting them in the warehouse. Okay, so that's done, that's done, that's done. Okay, as far as our fuse box here, we're going to have to take it one step at a time here. I think that was only 1C, right? Yeah. Fuse box will be done. Done. Okay, battery tray. All that has to, all of that needs to be replaced. So let's go in here. Car parts. Where's the battery box at? We need a battery box. Battery box. Tray. 2U. That's good. Grab this battery, should be good and charged now. Go. Nice brand new battery tray, brand new charged up battery. Haha. Okay. So much for that. How much garbage do I have here? That's not a repairable part, so it's out of here. We'll get rid of all that. Go ahead and put this in the Challenger. There we go. Yep. Okay, everything's good to go there. All right. Okay, this thing looks like it's a mess. Looks like we've got some tearing down to do here. Let's take this apart slowly but surely here. So far, anything on the outside looks, I mean, for rust's sake, doesn't look like anything is in bad shape, honestly. I need some pins. Looks like only 4 bolts in there. Yeah, okay. Almost everything down here gets replaced with the exception of the clutch plate. For some reason, the clutch plate gets repaired. Totally crazy. What's that all about? I picked up that side. That's strange. Yeah. Something's amiss with this engine. I don't know what it is, but... Alright, take the fan off. If you guys know what's going on with that engine, please let me know. I'd be interested. Take that off. Take that off. Brackets aren't repairable, believe it or not. They're not repairable. I have to replace those. That's funny about that. Why can't... Oh, I gotta take this off. And take off this bracket. Now, it used to be that I would repair and work on my own vehicles. I had a truck at one time that I replaced the main bearings in. I mean, stood out there, took the engine apart, pulled the engine out, took the engine apart, and I don't know. I feel like nowadays I can't do that stuff anymore. I had my truck. If you've heard about it, the 6.2 lifter issues in GM vehicles. Mine was an 18, and believe it or not, it failed. So I ended up having to sell the truck. So no big deal, but I love that truck. I just didn't want to sell it, but I wasn't in a position, to be quite honest with you, to try to get it worked on, because it couldn't tell me parts availability. It couldn't tell me time. They wanted an astronomical amount of money to basically replace the engine. That's basically what they were going to do. No idea as far as warranty, how much they would do for a warranty. So, you know what? I kind of went, kind of got done with the GM trucks. I got so upset about that truck. Man, I loved that thing. But oh well. But my point was, I took a 350 out of a truck and I rebuilt it. And now it's like I'm afraid to even touch anything underneath the hood for fear of it being, for me screwing it up even more. There's so much stuff underneath the hood these days. It's absolutely crazy. Did replace the serpentine belt on it because at one point I thought that's what it was, but nope, no. Yeah, if you hear something squalling underneath the hood of your GM vehicle, your GM truck, and you run on a 6.2 or a 5.3, you might have a lifter issue, and it's damaging your camshaft. So beware. Alright, pistons, as you already know, are not repairable. They are just replacement items. So that's done, and that's out. Okay. Whew. Okay, cross your fingers, cross your toes that I can repair all this stuff and not worry about it. I know I'm going to need a cover for the air filter, which I believe I do have. I'm going to need the B clips for the distributor. So that's the thing I'm going to need. I think that's all I'm going to need. For the most part. Oh, crap. Okay, so now I'm going to need a fan. See what I mean? I was hoping to do this. I have to go see if I have a fan. So now a fan and a couple of clips. I like it when I have a little bit of space. Gotta give me some space, man. Gotta give me some space. That's a tricky one right there. Of course, they wait for the block to be last. All right. Now we need a... What fan is that? Dang it. You know what? And I need... Oh, I need a bearing too. I could have taken the fan off one of that. Oh my gosh. Yep, I should have kept that thing. I should have kept it. Fan B. So I don't know if we have fan B. Look for fan. Fan B. Yeah, I have a fan B. Yikes. Okay, so I got that. Bearing. Got that. Okay. All right. So I think we're saved there. Okay, so we have those pieces. All right. All right. Now for the assembly, we need pistons. So we'll need 8 of those with rings. We need 2 rockers. Need another end cap. Spark plugs. Timing chain, belt to belt. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to start building it, and then we'll go as we go. All right. Ignition coil. This doesn't have... Oh, wait a minute. Ignition coil. Is an ignition coil repairable? I don't know if it is or not. Let's get rid of that. I don't know if it is or not. So let's go into electronics here. Cheat myself here. Coil. Yep, it's repairable. So guess what I need to do? I bought one by mistake. Okay. Got that. Filter needs to be replaced. Crankshaft good. Camshaft. Ooh, camshaft is not repairable. Interesting. Okay, we got that. Gear is not replaceable. Neither is timing chain, so we're gonna get that. Cover is repairable and it's been taken care of. Alright. Water pump. Okay. See, this bracket's not repairable, so get the bracket. Steering pump. Crankshaft pulley is not repairable either. Neither is the water pump pulley. Wait a minute. Is the water pump pulley repairable? Didn't think it was. Did I buy one on... Nope. Yep. It's not repairable. Bracket's not repairable. Okay. And that one. And did I repair the fan? Yes, I did. All right. So much for that. So let's go ahead and turn you back over. Distributor is not repairable? Really? Okay. So we'll get regular distributor. Yeah, the rotor was. And the cap is too. That's interesting. Okay, I need a couple of clips. So let's see if we can find some clips in here. A clip, A clip. I need a B clip. Whoa, I only have few B clips, so that's another thing. I have to find some more of those. I'm gonna have to like spend a day out in the junkyard, just grab stuff and bring it in, take whatever I need off of it, and trash the rest. But it's gonna cost me some money. So what I'll have to do is find some high dollar items. Okay. That needs to be done. That's the only piece that's repaired. The rest of this has to be replaced. And it doesn't make any sense to me why that is. I have no idea. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. All right, we get going on. Okay, how about exhaust systems? All right, I need another exhaust. Okay, oh, engine exhaust. Oh, good. Got quite a few of them here. Good. Good deal. Put that on. Yep, it's already in there. Okay, so spark plugs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Intake done. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is where I'm going to end it right here for right now. We are almost done with this, but we will finish it up on next episode of Barn Bargains and Other Cheap Challenges. And then hopefully I'll have some work done to the charger, and we'll go out and we'll get another barn bargain next episode. What do you say? All right, guys, thanks for hanging with me. I appreciate it. Please share the video, hit that like and subscribe button if you're not subscribed. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Talk for y'all soon. This is Hurst Quayzar saying good night, and I am out.